Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to New Light Streaming Love. If you are watching this on Sassy Seer Sheila, I would love it if you would come over and subscribe here as well. I'm not certain how much longer I will be uploading videos in both places. And so it really would be best if you are subscribed in both places, just to be sure. So this is a writing by AstroButterfly, and I am not always nudged to record and share her work, but I get this in my email box freely. Now, every time she sends out an update, you can sign up for that as well. Pardon me, boy, I'm telling you, I got a little frog in my throat this morning. Just go to astrobutterfly.com and you can click the link that will be in the show more section here. It will take you directly to this article that I'm reading. And all the way at the bottom, there's another button you can sign up for her free email newsletter. And then you'll get all of her work in your email box free of charge. As I said, I'm not always nudged to record and share her work. But she really has such a great way of writing about the zodiac that I just adore, and I think you would as well. Okay, so this is called New Moon in Pisces, the Mermaid Call. On February 27th / 28th, and that depends on where you reside within the world at large, we have a new moon at 9 degrees Pisces. And Pisces is the most psychic of all the signs. The sun and the moon join an already established Pisces stellium, bringing the total to a record of 6 planets in the last sign of the zodiac. And a stellium is simply a lot of planets that line up one right after the other. The sun and the moon at 9 degrees Pisces lead the way, followed by Saturn at 20 degrees, Mercury at 24 degrees, the North Node at 27 degrees, and Neptune 28 degrees. This is a mega conjunction stellium that intensifies the Piscean pull to materialize dreams, dissolve boundaries, and step into the unknown. Well, that's kind of interesting to me because, as I said, I haven't felt very well over this past week, which is why you haven't seen me. And I woke this morning feeling great. And it is also a new moon. Ah, so delicious. This new moon in Pisces, with its mystical and otherworldly alignment, which is Neptune with the North Node, reminds us of the call of the mermaid, a force that is both alluring and impossible to ignore. The new moon in Pisces, the mermaid call. Legends say that back in the day, sailors would hear the haunting songs of mermaids echoing across the waves, luring them toward the unknown. The call of the mermaid is a symbol of longing, elusive, enchanting, and irresistible, that pulls us toward the mystical, the forbidden, and the uncharted. Sometimes the mermaid's call is painted as a seductive danger, like the tales of sailors who found it impossible to resist and were ultimately swallowed by the vast ocean. However, sailor's doom is a terrestrial perspective, not the Piscean oceanic perspective. How do we know that these sailors didn't actually find something extraordinary when they answered the mermaid's call? Perhaps they married the mermaids. Perhaps they became one with the soul of the ocean. Perhaps they stepped into Atlantis. The mermaid's call is a metaphor for the new moon in Pisces. The new moon, soaked in the energy of the North Node conjunct Neptune, connects us to our deepest longing. The mermaid is a metaphor for something we long for but can't fully grasp, like a fleeting dream. The call of the mermaid is our desire to explore something beyond the ordinary. Water and the sea represents emotion, intuition, and the unconscious mind. The mermaid's call is a magnetic force pulling us toward the possibilities that lie beyond the ordinary. Moon in Pisces reconnecting with our true essence. Deep inside, we already hold the answers. We already know the path to becoming what we were meant to become. We are born like a block of marble. The David, the Nike, or Nike, I'm not sure how that's pronounced actually. They are already there, hidden within the stone. Life is nothing more than the process of removing the excess, piece by piece, until the masterpiece within is revealed. The problem is that in a world where we are constantly bombarded with societal expectations, rules, and conditioned beliefs, we end up forgetting who we are, our inner design, the essence that is unique to us and only us. Thankfully, the universe never stops speaking to us. It gives us gentle nods, subtle whispers, and signs along the way. These messages might not be straightforward, but if we close our eyes and allow them to be felt rather than rationalized, then we will know. Whenever we lose our compass, the call of the mermaid will guide us back to the right path. Mercury conjunct Saturn might initially make us question or doubt what our intuition already knows. Yet the same Saturn can also help us channel ethereal guidance into our earthly, mercurial minds, bringing structure to the intangible and allowing us to see or make sense of what we knew all along. The new moon in Pisces, the aspects. The new moon is trine Mars in Cancer and square Jupiter in Gemini. Mars has just turned direct in Cancer, so it has wind in its sails. It is more determined than ever. The beautiful trine between the Sun and Moon in Pisces and Mars in Cancer suggests that action arises not from our logical, rational mind, but from our intuitive, our intuition, the water signs. Our choices might not make sense to anyone else, but they will make perfect sense to us. To move forward, we need to take action, which is Mars, even when it challenges our existing beliefs. And this is the new moon square Jupiter. Truth be told, some of our deepest held truths may not be entirely true after all. There's only so far we can go with a purely data-driven, science-based, quote, I only believe what I see, Jupiter and Gemini approach. The soul knows truths that cannot always be measured, quantified, or logically explained. That is not to imply, quote, don't look at the data. Yes, we look at it, see how it can help us, but also recognize its limitations. And for me, whether or not the connotations have been manipulated. Then, that I said that, not AstroButterfly. Then we take action, which is new moon trine Mars. that is aligned with our inner knowing and highest vision, which is Sun conjunct Moon in Pisces. New Moon in Pisces planting a seed. The new moon in Pisces and new moons in general are great times for intention setting. When the yang or the sun aligns with the yin, the moon, a seed is planted. The seed you are planting at the new moon in Pisces is not any seed. It is encoded into the greatest vision, which is North Node conjunct Neptune, of what's possible. And if in doubt, Mercury conjunct Saturn is there to remind you that, quote, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. New moons and transits in general do not influence everyone in the same way. They activate a specific house or area of your life. Knowing how to interpret transits through the houses can help us find greater alignment with the cycles of the universe and with our own purpose. The goal of working with lunar cycles and transits is not to, quote, prepare, be wary, or manipulate celestial forces in any way. The goal of working with the moon and the transits is to find inner and outer alignment, because it's in this space of alignment that magic happens. And then she does have here, just as I said before, a subscribe button so that you can subscribe to future updates and keep up with the transits as they happen. And I am definitely not an astrologer. I've been teaching myself little by little about what different things mean. And it's so enjoyable and it's so helpful, at least to me, because I've always had this sort of logical, what's the next logical step kind of thing, sort of mind. And learning how to let go of some of that and dive into the unknown and the uncharted. It is places like here at astrobutterfly.com where I've been able to make sense of some of the magic that has happened in my life. Well, I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please do go and sign up for her free newsletter so that you too can get this in your email box. Because as I said, I am not always nudged to record and share all of her work. So until we meet again, I hope that you will move in every moment towards that which brings you the highest joy. Even in those moments you can't possibly see a joyous way to look at something, allow yourself a little bit. There's always more than one way to see something, to feel something, to understand it. And one way may feel just a little bit more joyous than the original way one is seeing it. Until we meet again, my friends, be well. Mwah.